When you hear the name Peter Jackson, you think of Lord of the Rings, the massive 6-movie epic. I'm including The Hobbit. Breakthroughs in filmmaking, storytelling, makeup, visual effects, and earning a place in pop culture. My precious! The Frighteners, King Kong, The Lovely Bones, Heavenly Creatures, Peter Jackson's credits are well known and revered. But it always goes back to humble beginnings. Low budget, but highly crafted cinematic art. Boy, are we in for a treat. This is Dead Alive, aka Braindead. And I do find it amusing that Peter Jackson will go on to direct King Kong. We open with some explorers poaching a Sumatran rat monkey from Skull Island. The natives are hesitant to let them just take the monkey, but the scientists have boomsticks. They escape, but the head explorer gets bitten a few times, and this is a pretty big deal.
The little bugger bit me! Singo! Singo!
Oh good, I was afraid they saw the bite on my groin. The rat monkey is taken to a zoo in New Zealand. Timothy Baum is Lionel, a meek man who lives with his domineering mother, Vera, played by Elizabeth Moody. His dad drowned at the beach when he was wee, so now it's just him and Mum. That is, until the day he runs into Paquita. She's anxiously waiting for true love to land on her doorstep, and a tarot card reading gives her hope. She's initially dismissive of Lionel, but the signs change her mind. One little hint from the cards and she's ready to...
Yes, please.
Mama no like. They go on a little date to the zoo, where we find the rat monkey in the Harryhausen wing. Mum follows because she wants Lionel all to herself. Not in an Oedipal way, more of a control-y, weird way. But the rat monkey has a taste for bitch and chows down. Most zoos hate it when you kill the exhibits, but maybe this is for the best.
Take me home.
Of course, Mum takes this as an excuse to further isolate Lionel from his new friend, which works for about 20 seconds. While Lionel makes like a scale model train, Mum starts feeling the bite. Skeet skeet ew! Looks like Mother wasn't the only one throwing around bodily fluids last night.
Oh, wow. Mum, what a beautiful day.
But it's going to take more than a festering infection to keep Mother from entertaining guests. No matter how much you fall apart. Whew, at least they didn't reach for the staple gun. Who can eat at a time like this?
No pudding?
They ate the meat, now time for pudding. It's the simple things, isn't it? Custard, served with room temperature pus. I used to play bass for room temperature pus. This speaks volumes to their marriage, right? Make fun of her cooking and she lets him eat pus. From the director of Lord of the Rings, ladies and gentlemen. Then Mum's ear falls off because of course it does. Never seen anyone nibble on their own ear. Hot? Oh, come on, just chuck on the table. Why get shy now?
That was a fine meal, boy.
Next time, add a potato to the pus. It's a bit salty. Lionel's fortune has a lot of bad shit in it, which seems to be coming true.
Lionel, you must listen to me.
Oh, I just mopped here.
Dark forces are messing against you.
Yeah, but this D be worth it, baby. Mama eats Paquita's doggo. Cat owners know what this is like. The nurse has some bad news. Your mum's passed on. She is no more. She has ceased to be. She's expired and gone to meet her maker. She's a stiff, bereft of life. She rests in peace. Her metabolic processes are now history. She's off the twig. She's kicked the bucket. She's shuffled off this mortal coil. This is an ex-mother. Just kidding. Mom's back as a zombie. But their relationship doesn't seem to change. A new player joins. Lionel tosses the two zombies into the basement. Not wanting to get Paquita involved in all this zombie nonsense, he sends her away. Alright, but a few more days of abuse, we might have to have a talk. The next day, Lionel scores a Costco-sized bottle of tranquilizer from a Nazi doctor? There's all kinds of stuff going on here, isn't there? What is it, buddy? Is this movie freaking you out already? You have no idea what's coming, dude. He uses this stuff to sedate his new pet zombies in the sickest way possible. Any other movie would inject a target in the neck, arm, even buttocks. Not this movie. Right in the eye. and Mum gets it up the nose. On a side note here, this movie has the cutest streetcars I have ever seen.
I am happy to see you.
So, let's get a second opinion on those tarot card readings, right?
Death surrounds him. There will be torment and suffering. You are marked.
Yeah, but this D is worth it.
It will protect you.
That's cool. Do you have anything in a lightsaber? Meanwhile, Mum gets loose and goes looking for Son. And she gets nailed by a streetcar. Everyone assumes this kills her. At Mum's funeral, Uncle Les shows up to be an absolute dickbag.
Lionel's uncle, and who might you be?
Stuart Devaney is Father Magruder, one of the coolest movie priests in history, and you'll soon know why. Lionel sneaks into the mortuary to give Mother one more tranquilizer for the road. What kind of Mickey Mouse operation are they running here? He's interrupted by the mortician and Peter Jackson in a fun cameo.
The theme of today's service is the sanctity of motherhood.
He missed his window, so he tries to juice up Mama while in the coffin. The D is worth it, the D is worth it, the D is... I hope you're just injecting your zombie mother with tranquilizer. I don't want to think about the alternatives. Uncle Les is also here to muscle in on Lionel's inheritance. That night, Lionel tries to juice up Mom at the cemetery, but some thugs think he's a necrophiliac. These nice young men have such respect for the dead. You can't see it, but Loki's asleep on my lap right now. She's got quite the grip. She goes to town on the thugs, who quickly come back as zombies. And it's Father Magruder to the rescue.
Stay back, boy. This calls for divine intervention. I kick ass for the Lord.
Told you he was the coolest. I would have died if he whipped out some nunchucks. Not meant to be. Damn, I really wanted more Kung Fu clergy. Lionel's little family is growing. I read Matthew Perry liked his eggs the same way before he pulled himself together. Breakfast is disgusting in this house. Gag me with a spoon. Well, it was the 80s. Father Zombie and the nurse get frisky. With a priest! This is wrong on so many levels. And just because you're dead doesn't mean the equipment doesn't work anymore, so wear a condom. Paquita's feeling a bit ignored, but Lionel has a lot on his plate. He tries to break up with her, but can't bring himself to do it. But some people just can't mind their own damn business.
Touch her again and I'll knock you into the middle of next week.
Zombie nurse gives birth to, it's a boy-ish thing. We have some budget left over, so let's film some fun at the park. You have to show these zombie babies who's boss before they start smoking. Single fathers are so hot.
That's quite a collection of stiffs you got down there.
Uncle Les discovers Lionel's secret and blackmails him into giving him the house and all the money Mother left him. I'd be like, you want it? You got it! They like their eggs with tranquilizer and try not to get bit. Later, asswipe! Les celebrates with a rowdy housewarming party for his scumbag friends. Paquita's new date won't stop talking about himself, so she ditches him. To get away from a rapey Uncle Les, Paquita hides in the basement. It's preferable to take her chances with the zombies.
Your mother!
Lionel finally lets Paquita in on his problem. And she's definitely a good sport about it, with some good advice.
You must destroy them.
Lionel says an emotional goodbye to Mom before injecting her with poison. Together, they poison and bury the rest of the zombies in the basement. Dude, you marry this girl. Les throws Lionel in the basement where he discovers the poison he used is also an animal stimulant. I'm not sure how that works, but it's like spinach to the undead. Zombies join the party, turning it into an orgy of gore and death, and not just a plain old orgy. Put that back! Put that back! You didn't expect him to help, did you? Shit, guys! My mom's coming home! The remaining partygoers are picked off, either rising as additional zombies or being turned into hors d'oeuvres. The level of gore in this movie is just off the hook. Take this scene for example. A woman is punched through the head, and the zombie's hand comes out her mouth. Who thinks of stuff like this? I'm calling it. This is officially the most messed up cartoon ever made. The problem with so many zombie movies is they just don't know how to lighten up. There's no solid definition of what will stop these zombies. The smallest bit still seems to come back to attack you. In Russia, guts take you. Have I made that joke already? It's not enough that a disembodied digestive tract is trying to attack our hero with prehensile intestines. It also has to fart. With a little butthole.
What am I doing with my life?
Lionel escapes to the attic where the talisman tells him to go through some old keepsakes. Even during a zombie attack, there's always time to Marie Kondo. Let's see what sparks joy. There's no time to be sympathetic. Grind the little shit into Zombie Burger. Dude, you are home free and you piss her off by puking on her? No more Mr. Nice Guy. Alright, that was a stretch. I still feel good about it, so I'm staying with it. Lionel discovers that his dad was having an affair with a woman he often dreamed about. It's confirmed by the woman's corpse. At least this one isn't trying to eat you. Ugh, this does not spark joy. This is why you always secure your wires properly. You never know when a zombie digestive system is going to try to digest you. Ooh, maybe I got this zombie thing all wrong. Lionel is as helpless as a piñata at my 9th birthday party. Our heroic moment. Lionel enters with gardening equipment. I'm the lawnmower man, and your ass is grass. There's really not a lot to say about this scene. Lionel charges into the zombies with the running mower in front of him. The zombies get chopped up like something out of those satisfying videos on YouTube, and repeat for about 5 minutes. There's gallons of blood and gore everywhere, and I think they piped it in with a fire hose. This is probably one of the bloodiest scenes in movie history. It's a lawnmower scene from Night of the Creeps, but they actually committed to showing it on screen, and showing it, and showing it. By the time it's over, everything is just coated in blood and guts and God knows what else. It is awesome. But we're still missing someone, aren't we?
What?
Haven't seen Mum yet.
Mama, for some reason, super mutated into some giant, meaner zombie. They flee to the roof, but Mum's the word. And the truth hurts. Her milkshake still brings all the boys to the yard.
You don't scare me, Mum! That stuff about Dad? You drowned them both, Mum. Caught them together and you killed them.
No one will ever love you like your mother.
How symbolic is this? Somewhere, Sigmund Freud is going, "Yeah."
Get in my belly!
Lionel is consumed in Mother's...
Hoo-ha!
Thank you. A section, B section, C section! Well, no more bikinis for Mum. Mother is defeated, Lionel and Paquita escape, and the zombies are all going up in flames. No. You're not making me feel bad for a zombie baby, so stop that shit right now. The firemen are obviously too busy to notice the only 2 people covered head to toe in blood. And they lived bloodily ever after, at her place. That was Dead Alive, also known as Braindead. This movie makes more sense when you remind yourself the director previously did a movie called Bad Taste. Peter Jackson is the authority in bad taste. The gore is so over the top, so outlandish, it just gets silly. Dead Alive just goes for it. The gore is a medium, much like an artist works in oils or pastels. For a zombie movie, there's a surprising amount of heart. Our couple are a sweet pairing, and I did want to see them together. Paquita's acceptance of Lionel's eccentricities, simply because the cards told her so, kinda speaks to her faith in a higher order. She puts up with a lot of shit, but it's commendable. I'm not sure there are many women out there who would get over getting stranded at the zoo so easily. But it is the zoo, so it couldn't have been that bad. Still, she did eventually come into her own as a strong character. Lionel starts off in a virtual prison under Mother's rule, eventually freeing himself in a rebirth of sorts. Could have gone metaphorical, but no, you just had to go literal, didn't you? Revealing Vera as a murderer and the killer of Lionel's father took away the rose-colored view Lionel held her in. Lionel killing his mother, several times, is symbolic of his independence. Right up to the end, he acted out of love and devotion. His unwillingness to kill his zombie mother was a sad, relatable dilemma. Shaun of the Dead had a similar technique to elevate itself over standard zombie flicks.
I'm sorry, Mom.
You can have wall-to-wall brain munching and blood oozing, but without actual characters to care about, you're just watching stuff happen. The CG is impressive. Kidding, there was no CG in this. This is all practical. The low-budget look helps mitigate the gore without softening the image. This looks fake, but it's still a zombie punching through a human skull, and that's not lost at all. Intense, extreme close-ups ramps up the emotional intensities our characters are experiencing, particularly Lionel. His eyes deliver as much info as his dialogue. Dead Alive is balls to the wall insane, and the frenetic style reminds me a lot of Sam Raimi's Evil Dead. Despite being an uber-violent bloodbath, the tone is light, fun, and never oppressive. The amount of gore builds and builds until it bell curves back into silly. You can't help but laugh and be amused by the sheer amount of blood. Let me put it this way. The gore is so cartoony. My hands didn't get weak. Okay, there was one part that got me. It's the needle in the eyeball. Ugh. Even the setting is otherworldly, nostalgic, quaint. It looks like a delightful place to live in once you take care of the zombie problem. I really don't know what else to say about all the gore. It's like the effects crew kept triple dog daring each other. Like someone asked, how much fake blood do you want? And the answer was yes. I adore the randomness.
I kick ass for the Lord.
That is my favorite line in the history of anything.
It's a great honor.
Dead Alive is 4.5 Bs. More than bloody enough to satisfy gorehounds. The sweet romance and human story at its core keeps this from being a hollow gore fest. This movie kicks ass.
For the Lord.
Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment the bell. You know the usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles!